Daniel, did Violet enjoy her food tonight?
She sure did. I just gave her a shower as well. I'm so exhausted. Is it me or is she becoming more energetic lately? I feel like I did a full workout just by spending time with her.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she was getting more energetic, actually. She's only gonna be bouncier the older she gets. It doesn't help that I don't really get to play with her as much since I became pregnant. So she probably thought she could play all day if it was with you.
She's way too bouncy for me to keep up with. I'll have to take her to the park sometime. Let her run all that energy off.
That might be a good idea. Hopefully you're not the one that's exhausted by the end of the day.
I hope so too.
I know it's tough taking care of her just by yourself. Not to mention you have work as well. I'm sorry I can't help out. I didn't think I'd end up in the hospital before the delivery.
Don't worry about it. Anything for my family. Besides, I can't even imagine what I would do if something were to happen to you or the baby. Speaking of which, you feeling better at least? What did the doctors say? Do you think you'll be able to come home?
It depends on the exam results. They said they'll have it ready for me by tomorrow. I do feel better, but I still feel dizzy from time to time. The doctor said it might be anemia. I'm sorry I have to leave Violet all to you.
You don't need to apologize. You're the one that's in the hospital. Just leave Violet to me. Don't stress out about it.
Thanks. But what should we do if I end up staying at the hospital longer? The delivery date is coming up soon, so I might end up staying until I deliver the baby. Will you be okay on your own until then?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. Sorry to sound so down, just as I told you not to worry, but it's really tough. Even today, I was the last dad to pick up Violet from kindergarten. I do feel bad not being there for her on time. I think I really need my parents to look after her.
But aren't they away on a trip this week? I thought they told us they were visiting a relative with Taylor. That's why they couldn't take Violet for us. They did say they won't be around until it's almost time for me to deliver our new baby.
Yeah, right. It just means I'll have to take care of Violet on my own for a while.
I wish I could ask my mom, but she hurt her ankle not too long ago. This would all be solved if I could leave the hospital.
Even if you could leave early, you really can't try to keep up with Violet when you're about to go into labor soon. Plus, you have to go back to the hospital anyways for delivery. I think it would be better if you just stayed until post-delivery.
That's true. I'm just worried about Violet, that's all. I could tell she was trying not to bother me too much since I became pregnant, but she's still a baby too, you know?
I'm sure she's just trying to act a little more responsible now that she's about to become a big sister.
She's only 5. It's way too early for her to think of being an older sibling and all that. I'm sure she misses me as well.
Don't forget I'm with her. I'll make sure she won't even notice that you're gone, even if I am exhausted by the end of the day. Don't worry too much about us. Just take care of yourself for now. Besides, you even had to go to the hospital earlier than expected. I think it's one of those times where your own health comes first before worrying about us.
If you say so. Sorry, I guess I was being too much of a worrywart. I'll tell you about the exam results tomorrow.
Yep, got it. I love you. Oh, and I'll keep my parents updated on how you're doing as well.
Okay, thanks. Good night, and love you too. Give Violet a hug on my behalf.
Will do. Hey, how's work coming along?
Almost done for the day, I think. Well, almost done as in workload-wise. We still have to sit around for a little longer. Can we go for a drink together after?
Sorry, think I'll have to pass on that offer again.
Daniel, please. It's nice that you take me out somewhere nice during lunch, but we have to get back to work right after. I want us to spend some nice time together after work, you know? I want us to spend time without having anything on our minds.
I get what you mean, Ruby. I probably told you before I want to get off work and go home as soon as possible.
Like a broken record, yep.
But tell you what, do you think you can come to my place tonight?
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, we can spend time together at my place. These days, going out for a date isn't the only thing couples do. Home dates aren't that uncommon.
I thought you'd never ask. So what time should I be over? If If it's a home date, I don't mind cooking with you.
Let's see, how does around 8 sound?
That's quite late. I was hoping to cook a meal for you.
Well, we can have something light. After that, we'll watch a movie together or something.
Well, okay. If it means I can spend some time with you, it all sounds great.
It's settled then. I'll have everything ready. Don't worry about anything and just come over.
Okay, see you tonight.
Daniel, I just got a call from Taylor. She told me you just left your parents' house after you dropped Violet off. Did she mention anything while you were there?
She totally yelled my ears off today. Told me I should have mentioned it sooner that we needed them to take care of Violet since you ended up in the hospital early. My parents could have made the trip shorter if they knew, apparently. How about you? Did my sister say anything?
No, nothing unusual. She just wished me for me to get better and have a safe delivery. She also told me I shouldn't hesitate to ask for any help if I need it. She really is nice.
She's not so nice to her own brother, though. People would think you two are the sisters and I'm the in-law if they looked at how she treats me.
In any case, I'm really thankful for them. Before I forget, the hospital decided that I should stay until the delivery.
Yeah, I figured that might be the case.
I'm sure it was hectic for you to take care of Violet while working. I hope that's one thing you can take off your mind for a while.
Yeah, but you've been doing this way before you had to be in the hospital. All the while having a baby inside you. I'm sure I had it easier than you did. Mothers are really something, I tell you.
Even so, taking care of a child all by yourself is no joke. I don't know how single parents manage to do it. Nothing but respect for them.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about becoming one yourself. We'll be together forever.
Oh, I'm glad you think that's the case. But in the event you were to pass on before me, don't worry about me. I'll have no problem raising the kids on my own.
Where did that come from? Don't say something like that now.
I'm just kidding. Oh, right, remember the video call we had this morning?
Was it when I was making breakfast?
Yeah, Violet mentioned it was scary for her to go to bed.
She said something like that. What did she say?
She said she was scared since it was so dark and that Boogeyman was out to get her.
What? A boogeyman? Wonder where she got that from.
Perhaps she heard a scary story about it while she was at the kindergarten.
Well, it's nothing to worry about. We all heard those kinds of stories when we were young too, right?
Well, yeah. I remember hearing something similar when I was her age. Still, it worries me a little that she's too scared to go to bed.
Oh, I'm sure she'll get over it soon. To be fair, we all have. Besides, you have nothing to worry about. Violet goes to bed as usual. Not a single complaint or whining from her.
It's a bit of a relief to hear that. Still, she seems to be scared of going to bed lately. So please stay by her side until she falls asleep. Tell her a funny bedtime story or something to distract her from feeling scared.
Yep, I'll try. It'll have to be something that doesn't keep her awake, though.
Yeah, please do.
Not sure how much of a help it'll be, but I'll try to spend more time with her during the day as well. Did she tell you about the trip to the park? I think she did mention it to you since I overheard her being excited.
Yes, she did. She told me you bought her all kinds of new toys to play with while there.
I sure did. Honestly, it takes so little to make kids her age so happy. Didn't think she'd like something like frisbees and jump ropes that much. I'll send you the videos and the photos I took.
That sounds wonderful.
I'm sure it'll make you smile the moment you see them. I'll definitely have to take her there this weekend when I visit my parents' place. It'll be like a little picnic as well for the two of us. Hope I'm not making you jealous.
Of course not. I wish you two a fun time. Hopefully it takes that boogeyman story off of Violet's mind.
Yep, I'll do everything I can to have Violet just focus on the fun things.
And how's work treating you?
Why do you ask?
You always had to work overtime. I could count the times you were actually home for dinner. Are they okay with you leaving so early now?
Oh, it's nothing you have to worry about. I'm not working at some sweatshop where they won't let me go home when my wife is in the hospital. Plus, they can't force me to stay. I'll just simply leave. I have to take care of Violet.
Well, I suppose that's true. I guess I should thank your boss after I deliver the baby. Maybe I'll bake some cookies for you to take.
You don't need to do that. Forget me, let's talk about the new baby. We still need to decide on his name, don't we? There's less than a week left before the delivery, right?
Oh yeah, time sure flew by. I do have some in mind, but they all just won't stick with me. How about you? Any names that caught your eye?
I'm still thinking as well. I want to name him something cool since he's a boy after all.
Something easy to call and nothing too crazy, please. Remember how I had to stop you from naming your daughter something really weird and settle for Violet?
Honestly, with how parents name their kids these days, I don't see how that wouldn't have worked. Don't worry, I've taken your feedback and gave some thought about it. It'll be something cool as well as ordinary this time. Nothing crazy.
I hope you stick to those words.
Well, I'll call you for a video call later this evening.
Got it. Love you.
Have a nice day, my love. Audrey, I'm sorry to bother you so late. Are you still up?
Hi, Taylor. What is it?
I didn't wake you up, did I? I hope you're feeling okay.
Don't worry. I was up because I couldn't sleep. And I'm feeling fine, thank you. Oh, did you text me because of Violet? Is everything okay?
Yes, there was something I had to ask. You are aware we've been taking care of her since yesterday, right?
Yes, and I'm really grateful to you for taking her in.
We don't mind at all. Violet's such a good girl. Mom and I are both happy to have her with us. But there's something bothering me ever since she came here.
You can just tell me what's happening with Violet.
Audrey, I don't mean to offend you, but just how are you raising Violet?
What do you mean?
Your daughter's trying to sleep in the closet. She said she can't come out until the morning comes. Just what are you teaching her? I realize every family has their own way of raising their child, but don't you think it's a little overboard to have her sleep inside a closet? Some people might consider that as neglect or abuse.
I have no idea what you're talking about. She's trying to sleep in a closet?
Be honest with me. She was terrified of sleeping on the bed instead of inside of a closet. Don't you think it's ridiculous?
Taylor, I'm serious. I have no idea what you're talking about. I never made her sleep inside a closet.
Then how do you explain her trying to sleep inside a closet ever since coming here?
I have no clue as to why she would do that. Oh, I do recall Violet mentioning how she was scared of going to sleep. She said something about a boogeyman. I thought it's something she might have heard while she was in kindergarten.
A boogeyman? Oh, yeah, now that you mention it. I think I heard her saying something about hiding from the boogeyman until it's morning.
I thought it was weird too and asked Daniel about it, but he told me everything was okay.
Let me just confirm one last time. You never forced Violet to sleep in a closet, right?
Yes, I would never do anything like that. I just figured Violet just needed extra comfort before going to bed lately. I couldn't even imagine she would try to sleep in a closet.
Sorry if I sounded like I doubted you, but seeing Violet like that, I just had to find out if there was a problem at home.
Yes, I understand the concern, but I really have no idea where this closet and boogeyman thing came from. Violet has never said anything about that before I was admitted to the hospital. Plus, I always made sure she fell asleep soundly before leaving her room.
That leads me to believe she's been sleeping inside a closet after you left. Daniel could be the one that's done something while you were gone.
I don't know anything for certain, but that could be the case. Did you try asking Daniel?
I did, but he didn't answer. That's why I tried contacting you instead.
I see. Can we try keeping our conversation a secret from Daniel? Could you say it was for something else when he replies?
Sure, no problem.
I really don't want to doubt Daniel of doing something, but seeing how Violet's been acting weird lately, I need to be certain of what's going on.
I agree. We need to find out what really happened. I'm sorry to bother you about something like this when you're expected to deliver a baby soon.
No, not at all. I'd rather know what's going on than being kept in the dark. Also, there's something I'd like to ask for your help, since I can't do much while being in a hospital.
Just say the word. I'll do whatever I can that's within my limits. Are you sure you'll be okay, though? In case we find out Daniel's been hiding something from us. I know it's weird coming from me when I contacted you at a time like this, but some news isn't meant for a mother going into labor soon.
It's for my daughter. I'm willing to go through anything. Besides, this might concern the future of my child that's about to be born as well. I need to know the truth.
Okay, you've convinced me. Just know we're all on your side. You're not alone, and you can depend on us if you need help. Audrey, it's Taylor. Is it okay for you to text right now?
Yes, what is it?
I'm sorry to tell you that your suspicion was right. Well, you heard Violet this morning, right? Daniel was the one who planted the boogeyman story on her.
Yes, I really didn't want to doubt him of doing something like that, but at least I know what caused Violet to have sleepless nights.
Well, on a positive note, I've managed to convince her that it's okay to sleep on the bed.
Yes, I really appreciate you doing that for me.
Well, it probably worked since it was her own mother also convincing her that there's nothing to worry about. It was all your doing, if anything. I was just there for support.
No, you've been a huge help, Taylor. I can't thank you enough for everything.
As much as I'd like to end the conversation on a positive note, there's something else I have to tell you, unfortunately. The investigators got back to me, but is it really okay for me to tell you this right now?
It's okay. I can handle it.
I wanted us all to be in a festive mood for your new child. But I must break it to you that Daniel cheated on you. Are you okay?
Yes, don't worry about me, and I think the baby's fine too.
I'm sorry.
You're not the one who should be apologizing. I'm more upset at him for telling Violet such a ridiculous story than him cheating on me.
I already received the proof from the investigators, but I wasn't sure if I should send them to you now.
No, please do. I am okay and I need to see the truth with my own eyes. But Taylor, could you keep all this hidden from Daniel?
What do you mean?
I want to be the one to confront him about all this. I need to hear what he has to say.
Okay, I guess you really are a strong person. Just know that my parents and I are on your side. For the record, they are very upset at Daniel as well. They didn't think their own son would do something like this.
I can understand how upset they are.
Oh, but we're probably gonna run into him on the day you deliver the baby. Do you want us to act like we don't know anything?
Yes, that would be great if you can. He has no idea what's coming for him.
Okay, we'll be there for you. Let us know if you want us to bring you anything before we visit.
Sure, thank you so much.
Audrey, I'll come visit you tomorrow. We need to have our baby registered and I got the papers ready. Tell me if you need anything else.
I already did.
Wait, what? You mean you decided on his name too?
Yeah.
How could you? I was bursting out my brain for a cool name. And you even went and registered him without even telling me? Don't you think that's harsh? It's something we should decide together as parents.
Really? I think I just did the obvious.
How could you say that without consulting your husband? You know, you've been acting so cold toward me lately. We just had our second baby and you're acting like that already? I get delivering a baby is no easy job. I heard it messes with your hormones and all that.
That could be part of the reason.
Even so, you don't need to act so mean toward me. You greeted me like I was some kind of trash when I visited you on the day of the delivery. You seem to be fine with my family seeing you, though. I would like to think I did a good job while you were in the hospital, taking care of Violet all by myself and everything. But all you gave me was the cold shoulder.
Enough of this, Daniel. Don't you realize what you've done while you were taking care of Violet?
What the heck do you mean?
Don't play dumb with me. I know you brought a woman to our house while I was gone.
Where's this coming from? I wouldn't do such a thing. How could I even think about cheating on you when you're delivering my baby?
Ruby? Does that name ring any bells?
She's just a coworker. There's nothing between us.
Really now? Since when did you invite your coworkers to our house?
Did Violet say something?
No?
Then I'm lost as to why you're so suspicious of me like this.
Our neighbor, Terry, he has a security camera. And in the footage, you two were entering our house.
Wait, seriously?
And what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm sorry.
So you admit to cheating?
But here's the thing, it's not that I was cheating or anything. I only had her come to cook for us.
Really now? So late at night? While Violet was asleep?
Well, think about it. It's not like you're around. I'm sure Violet would be upset to see a woman she's never seen before come into the house. I was being considerate and had her come to help while Violet was asleep. I swear, I didn't invite her with any ulterior motives.
That doesn't give you a reason to make Violet sleep inside a closet. You told her she needs to hide from the boogeyman and don't come out until it's morning? How did you come up with that one?
I did not say that.
Violet told me that's what you said.
Please, Audrey, Violet's only 5 years old. How could you take her word for it? She could have dreamt about it for all I know.
Maybe so, but I'm on Violet's side. The reason why you shoved her into a closet in the first place is because you didn't want Violet to see that Ruby girl.
I'm telling you, it's all a misunderstanding.
Well, whatever the case is, I'm divorcing you when I get out of the hospital. I'll find a lawyer to talk with you about all this. Plus, don't even think about showing up to the hospital.
Hold on. What do you mean you're divorcing me? Do you have any proof that I'm cheating on you? Audrey, calm down and think for a moment.
How could I calm down?
Okay, so you saw me bringing a coworker to her house, but that doesn't prove that I cheated on you or that I forced Violet to sleep inside a closet.
I may not have solid proof of you making Violet sleep inside a closet, but I do have proof of you cheating.
What's the proof you're talking about?
I asked Taylor for help since she mentioned how Violet was acting strangely. So we hired an investigator. They installed a camera in her house without you knowing, and there was plenty of footage that could be used as proof of you cheating on me. You even had her come to her house after you sent off Violet to Taylor to take care of.
I'm sorry.
You think your words mean anything to me at this point?
Audrey, listen. I just don't know what's gotten into me.
Yeah, of course. I don't think anyone in their right mind would invite a woman to their house while having a pregnant spouse in the hospital. Plus, what kind of father are you, making your daughter sleep inside a closet?
I'm really sorry. I swear I don't know what's gotten into me.
Whatever comes out of your mouth is meaningless to me. How could you even come up with such a terrible story for Violet? Telling her a boogeyman will get her if she doesn't hide in the closet until morning comes? You really are the worst. If you wanted to cheat, you could have done it somewhere we wouldn't even know.
I couldn't leave Violet to be home by herself.
And you couldn't even wait a few days? You knew Violet was going to be gone to your parents' house. Would it have killed you to have some restraint? You didn't have to shove my daughter into a closet with a ridiculous story for her to believe in.
Please, listen, Audrey. You're the only one I really love. I really want to stay by her side. I didn't really cheat on you. This is just a one-time thing that I just lost control over.
I'm more angry about the fact that you trapped my daughter in a closet than that you're having an affair with another woman. You have no right to see my children ever again.
Think about it. You just had a baby delivered on top of Violet. How will you take care of them by yourself?
Sure, I'll be by myself in terms of not having a husband with me. But your parents, as well as Taylor, said they'll do whatever they can to help me raise them. Don't forget about my mom either. So I'm okay. Everyone will help me raise the two of them. Besides, even if I didn't receive any help, I was gonna divorce you anyways.
Audrey, please. Being a single mother isn't an easy job. You even said it yourself.
Sure, it won't be easy. But it's much better than living with someone that brings a woman they're cheating on me with to her house without any hesitation.
Audrey, please. I've only cheated on you once.
Just once? Oh, you mean you were planning to cheat on me with more than just one girl?
I won't cheat on you ever again. I swear on my life I won't. So please reconsider this whole thing about divorce. I really was looking forward to raising our son. Plus, I want to be with Violet as she grows up.
Don't you realize you're the one who ruined it all? None of this would have happened if you didn't cheat on me.
I am aware, and I am painfully regretting it right now. I really will think of my family above all else from now on. I won't ever betray you again.
We're getting divorced because I don't want to be betrayed by you ever again. We're getting divorced because I don't want you to harm my children ever again.
What did I do to harm them? I never hit Violet once in all these years.
I can't believe you. Do you even know what emotional scars are? Violet may not know anything about the girl you had an affair with. However, you locked her up inside a closet for multiple nights.
I didn't force her to, I convinced her to.
But you still left her feeling scared. Things like that could stay with her for the rest of her life. How could you say it wouldn't leave trauma on her? Did you think about that? And don't even get me started on the fact that you tried to convince me by saying not to take words of a 5-year-old so seriously when I have proof of you cheating on me. I seriously can't believe you. Don't you dare consider yourself as my children's father.
I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. Give me another chance. I'll do better. Please believe me.
It doesn't matter what you say at this point. I am not raising my children with you. You still don't seem to realize you have destroyed all trust I had in you. Trust isn't something you can rebuild so easily. Your empty words don't mean anything now. I don't need someone that betrays me and hurts my children. Your words are meaningless to me, you liar. After I was discharged from the hospital, I divorced Daniel without any issues. It really was tough going through all this right after I gave birth, but Taylor and her parents really helped me out. Things were settled pretty quickly that Daniel had to pay me child support and alimony. His girlfriend went to my ex-husband demanding that he marry her since things have turned out this way. But apparently Daniel rejected her. So she decided to let the whole company know that Daniel cheated on his wife with her and then quit. It's possible Ruby was serious about becoming a married couple with him. I couldn't care less about what they do since they're paying me child support, but I guess Daniel was in too much of a shock to go out with someone again. Though he has been branded as a man who cheats on his wife, Daniel still grinds at his job. He has to pay me after all. I hope he finally learned his lesson. As for me, having a newborn to take care of as well as Violet is really exhausting. Still, I also have help from Taylor and her parents, so I think I can manage. I plan on looking for a job once my son turns 1 year old. I'll be careful not to collapse while I raise my children, asking for help when I need it. But that doesn't mean I plan on slacking. I'll do the things that I can do on my own. Also, I plan on giving my children lots of love so they don't feel they need to have a father. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends, and get notified of more content like this by subscribing to the channel.